All right, so today, here are those chickens that I wrote a blog about, the Cornish cross. We got 4 of them, 2 roosters, 2 hens, and today's their butchering day. They're about a little over 8 weeks, and they're pretty heavy, they're pretty big. I think they're all chilled out. It was hard to get them in this little tote, but they're only going to be in here for a little bit. We're going straight to processing, and yeah, we'll continue on with the process. Okay, I'm going to be processing these. I don't have a coaling comb or cone, so I'm using the old school hatchet and wood plank. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm just going to hold them down with one hand and then quickly chop them. I'm not going to show the death, but I will show the process, just out of respect for the animal. So I just wanted to show people my first time butchering chickens. I thought it'd be a fun process, despite how grotesque it can be. Okay, I forgot to show this process, but I'm gonna go over it. So first, after you butcher the chicken, in order to remove the feathers, you need to scald the chicken. So how you do this is, as I've visually shown or demonstrated in this drawing, you heat water to 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. I didn't do the conversion for Celsius. I don't remember how to do the conversion for Celsius, so Google that if you need that. Some people use a turkey fryer and they boil the water in there with the propane heater or torch or burner. For me, I just used a 5-gallon, 3-gallon bucket and heat up some water on the stove inside, and then promptly, once it reached the temperature of 150 to 160 degrees, I came out and I dumped it into the bucket. From there, I dunked the whole chicken while holding its feet and swirl it around kind of in a clockwise, counterclockwise motion. I didn't dunk it because it doesn't make sense to dunk it, in my opinion. You just swirl it around, make sure it gets all the crevices. Do that for about a minute. I left the head attached for a lot of my chickens, so you can dunk the head to help remove some of the feathers on the head if you're going to use it for a stock. For the feet, you can also do this, and some people hold it sideways and the feet will kind of fall in. Then after 30 seconds, to hold the other one and let the other one sit in the water. That's so you can remove the scales on the feet. Test the feathers, and after the minute, and they should be able to just pull out effortlessly. You can just grab one and it should just slip right out on the main feather. So that's all that's to it. I hope you enjoyed these little drawings. They were fun to draw, but I just wanted to let you know that before I jump to a bald chicken with no head. So just FYI. So I forgot to record the first 2 chicken. I was too into the process. So here's what we got so far, keeping the bugs off. We're just plucking them, and as you can tell, I got the crop out, and I'm gonna try to come in and scoop out all the other innards from within and put them in this bag for the compost. And nothing gets wasted. We're saving the heads and the feet for chicken feet and stock. Like I said, nothing gets wasted. You gotta, it's not fun killing these animals, so gotta make the most of it. And then I'm gonna come in and kind of pinch it and open up the vent a little bit. struggling getting this little membrane. Go off fat right here. Just gonna kind of reach in here. I do want to mention that the way I'm removing these guts, I really just show the intestines, but in all actuality, you can get pretty much everything: the heart, the kidney, the liver, the lungs. The lungs you kind of have to scoop out with your hand. Be careful not to pop that gallbladder because that is bile and it will taste bad. So just be careful when you're grabbing the liver and stuff. But I just wanted to state that this is how you remove all the other organs as well, except for the crop, which is in the throat, which I don't show, but it's pretty much the same process. Go up there in the neck, make a small incision without cutting into it, grab a hold of it, and then just get as much of it in your hand and then cut up, just so you don't release any food all into the meat. So I just wanted to state that. Disconnect it from. That's a gizzard. And then finish it. Here's the gizzard. And I'm gonna put this in a bag. All the rest of this is just intestine. So I've never really butchered or cut up a whole chicken, but I'm just gonna go with it. So I watched one YouTube video and now I'm an expert. So I'm kind of just gonna cut in. I'm gonna try to get the drumstick and the thigh. I'm trying to think where that would be at. Let me look real quick. And there's the drumstick and the leg, the joint. Make sure. I can't remember if it's right here. Right here. I feel like it's right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this. I feel like an injury or bruise. I'm gonna put this by itself. It's a whole drumstick. It's a good drumstick. I'm impressed by it. Got the skin on still. I'm just gonna leave the skin on for right now. Maybe I'll take it off, maybe I won't. And here's the whole thigh, the bone in skinless. And I'll just repeat. Okay, now that we got the thighs and the drumsticks done, I'm gonna attempt to get the wings. So I'm just gonna kind of follow the armpit close to the wall as I can, and then kind of come back from the other side. I'm gonna just switch hands. And then there it is. Not my best work, but this bone was already broken, so I didn't know what to do with it. You see the little ball joint, usually you keep that little cap on it, but I didn't know how to cut around that. I don't think you can really, but I just wanted to show you that. And obviously you got your flat and then your little mini wing drumstick, so. And then I'm gonna repeat the next one and we'll move on to the last two steps. All right, now I'm gonna kind of use these scissors and just cut the backbone. Where they cut on the bone because you don't want to dull your knife. Just cut the skin. And this part's just for stock, I guess. I'm just saving it because I'm already cutting it up. Go through that bone. I'll flip over and kind of repeat. This is the back. Like I said, it's for stock. There's not much meat on it. You can see all the organs you missed. Then you have this leftover fat. Skin. If you're doing this, make sure to bring something to sharpen your knife with, because mine's getting dull from rubbing up on all these bones. Luckily we have 2 more chickens, and for the last 2, I think we're gonna keep them whole. Finally, you're left with this little rib cage and the 2 breasts. So for the breast, you can either, just go with the fillet knife, fillet it off, get it off the bone or the breastbone, or you can just break it down the middle and do that later. I probably will do that later because you butterfly them anyways. Might as well just come in with the fillet knife and do that later. So I'm also lazy, but I'll see what I do. So if you're gonna do it that way, you just want to keep it on the bone. You kind of just break this breastplate and just leave it. But since these bones are kind of sharp and I'm gonna vacuum seal this, I might actually fillet it or get it off the bone right now, just so it doesn't puncture any seal. You might miss a few pieces here and there, but if you're like me, you can just cut that stuff out. Kind of save it if you're making fajitas or something. Here's the breast, and I didn't know, that's this little piece I salvaged, but I didn't know if this little piece back here was just a part of the breast or a tender. I'm assuming it might be a tender, but I'm not sure. And I didn't really miss a whole lot. For anyone who fillets fish or anything, you kind of know that a little bit of waste is inevitable, but I'll save whatever I can just to cook with. And you can still save this whole bone and throw it in the stock pot. Get all that nutrition out of it. But I'm gonna finish this last one and then I'll conclude. That was the process for me. I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot more. It's simple. If you've hunted, shot any bird in wall hunting, you should already know how to do this. For those who don't and live in the city or have never really considered doing this but kind of seem interested, I suggest you do it because you do develop a whole different respect raising your own birds and eating them and butchering them yourself, because it's satisfying. You bought these little chicks, you watch them get big, turn into the monsters they become, especially if you buy Cornish cross. And then you get to butcher them. See, as you can tell, I'm covered in blood. I was using a hatchet, and it wasn't even the hatchet that did it. It was the chickens flailing around, after that spits all the blood on me. it's not that hard. You can, if you do this on a larger scale and have a little bit, you kind of hone the method to where it's more enjoyable for you and easier. You'd be dumb not to see, like, if you buy conventional feed and get a good wholesale price on birds, you can save a lot of money and even possibly make money selling birds or selling meat. So things to consider. But thank you for watching. I hope you appreciated the process. It was new to me. I think everyone should connect with their food, even if you're vegan, pescatarian, vegetarian, I don't care, whether it be gardening, ranching, whatever. Just connect with your food and be appreciative and grateful for everything that we have today. And that's the note I'll end on. So thank you.